Good morning, GMS. I'm Hadley.
And I'm Nicole.
Let's get started with the news. The 7th and 8th grade band concert is tonight. The concert will be held at Greenwood High School Auditorium. This will be their final concert before Kings Island. You should try to watch and celebrate their hard work all year long.
The Music in the Parks field trip to Kings Island is on May 11th. Students will perform, then spend the rest of the day in Kings Island. Remember, keep your instruments in the cart at all times.
We need to address a really big problem. Students cannot be dropped off in the neighborhood across the street. It is not safe. So please tell your parents that you cannot be dropped off in that area.
The Leading Ladies field trip to Bloomington is this Thursday. This trip will last all day. Have a great time.
The end of the school year is coming up. We only have 14 school days left, including today. Most of us are excited for the end of the school year, but this is still our school and we need to focus and try to end the year strong.
The end of the fourth 9 weeks grading period is May 23rd. Let's get those grades up to where you want them to be.
Students, remember to still be following dress code in these last couple of weeks. If you get caught not following dress code, then you will be forced to change into your clothes or gym suit.
Now it's time to head over to an interview with 6th grade English Language Arts teacher, Mr. Welch. Take it away, Nora.
Good morning, GMS. I am Nora, here with our teacher of the week, 6th grade language arts teacher, Mr. Welch. How are you doing today?
Just wonderful.
Would you like to start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm married to Kay. Many of you know Kay. She comes in and volunteers. I have 2 daughters, Melissa and Tracy. Tracy works up in the 7th grade hallway here. I have 6 grandkids. One of them is here in school. Katie. Some of you know Katie.
How long have you been teaching, and where have you worked?
I've been teaching for about 40 years and coaching for 40 years. I started out at Boonville, and I was the head wrestling coach there for a couple years, and then moved to Indian Creek, and then came to Greenwood 38 years ago.
We hear that you're retiring. If so, what's your favorite memory here?
There's quite a few, but probably a couple of them are the old Christmas parties that we used to have, and then we used to take these boat trips during the summer, and probably stop right there.
Okay. Have you always been a 6th grade language arts teacher, or have you taught another grade or subject?
I've taught 5th grade before. I've also taught social studies and math.
What's your favorite activity outside of school?
I enjoy camping and going to races and just getting out and having a little fun, going to concerts.
So, do you have any plans after retirement? If so, what are they?
Yeah, a couple things I've been toying around with. One, I've been talking to the WWE about becoming a wrestler and kind of working on a stage name. Might need help with the stage name. Think about the Crazy Woodman, or I don't know. May need help with that. Also, think about maybe being a lead singer for Imagine Dragons. Have you heard of them? You know, what do you think? I could have did this with my eyes closed. What do you think? Anything, guys? All right. But if that doesn't work, I plan on traveling and going out west, seeing some of the old western towns.
That sounds like a good plan. Thank you for coming to our show, Mr. Welch. Have a great week. Now let's take it back to the studio.
Thank you.
Wow. Hello and welcome to Trending and Entertainment News, where we share weird stories and all things entertainment. I'm Daniel. And I'm Raina. Let's get started. A New South Wales farm has hit the world record books after producing the world's heaviest blueberry. The unusually large fruit was picked late last year at Costa Group's berry farm at Corriendale on the northern end of the Coast Coast in Australia. Weighing in at a whopping 20.4 grams and measuring 39.31 millimeters, the blueberry was grown by senior horticulturist Brad Hawking with Jessica Scalzo and Marie-France Courtois. The previous world record was for a 16.2 gram berry grown in Western Australia in 2020. For movie releases this week, Force of Nature The Dry 2. 5 women head out on a remote hiking retreat, but only 4 return, each telling a different story. Detectives Aaron Falk, Eric Bana, and Carmen Cooper, Jacqueline McKenzie must find out what really happened before time runs out. Here are upcoming game releases this month. Darkest Dungeon 2 PC on May 8th, Weird West, PlayStation and Xbox on May 8th, and Death Retreat, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on May 11th.
That's all for trending. Now let's go to a special GMS roll call.
Good morning, GMS. Welcome to Roll Call. I'm Harper, and today we're asking 8th graders what's their favorite memory here at GMS.
My favorite GMS memory was in 7th grade when we got to go to Camp Allendale.
My favorite memory at GMS was us winning our first basketball game. It was pretty nice. Haven't won in 3 years, so yeah.
My favorite GMS memory was having Miss Honeycutt's class in 6th grade because she was a really cool teacher and she gave us candy every single day.
My favorite memory from 8th grade was being one of the middle schoolers in the high school marching band and winning 2nd at state.
My favorite memory was when we went to Camp Allendale and Emerson fell in the lake.
My favorite memory is being on the cheer team and getting to cheer together at all the football games.
My favorite part of being at GMS is Miss Sutton, how she would always let us be on our phones.
My favorite memory at Greenwood Middle School is probably being on the Greenwood Middle School softball team because it's the first year we've had a softball team for the Greenwood Middle School, and I also like the coaches and girls.
My favorite memory from GMS was when our girls won mid-state last year.
My favorite memory of GMS was probably volleyball season.
My favorite memory of GMS was Mr. Honeycutt in the weight room. Even though we've been through some tough times, it was still pretty good having him.
Welcome to GMS Sports. Let's look at last week's sports results.
The 8th grade baseball team beat Martinsville last week 11-1. The team hit the ball well and had solid pitching. Pitchers Boston Zerwick and Jace Newkirk led the way for the Woodmen.
The boys golf team got to play the legendary Brickyard Crossing, but fell short to Speedway and Mooresville. Asher Smola led the way with the lowest score for the Woodmen.
The 7th grade softball team got a big win over the Beech Grove 21-6. The team was on fire, led by Brent Rittman and Sarah Wiesner, as each drove in 3 runs. Great teamwork by all the players.
Now let's look at this week's home events.
Monday, May 6th, boys golf versus Meridian Middle School starting at 4 p.m.
On Tuesday, May 7th, we have 8th grade softball versus New Palestine Junior High starting at 5:30 p.m.
Wednesday, May 8th, the GMS track will travel to Whiteland for the Mid-State Conference Championship. If you see a track member, wish them good luck.
On Thursday, May 9th, Tri-West softball, 8th grade softball versus Tri-West Middle School starting at 6 p.m.
That's all for GMS Sports. Have a great week, GMS.